What's up guys, it's Phyllis Cool here, and I'm gonna tell you about what's left of number lore, my number lore. Okay, this is the last number lore related content I've ever done, so let's begin. So after that 15, 17, and 14, okay, 13, there in 18 saw 5, and then 18 was supposed to say 5 by turning it by, and 18's gonna transform into a fairy, and then she's gonna rescue 5, and then 5 checks up on 1, and he has a crush on 5, and then 8 says, and 8 is gonna erupt him, and then 5 and 1 said nothing, and then 8, 2, 1, 5, and 18 go stop 7, carrying 16. And then they need to stop for a drink, so they go to 19's shop. Yeah, 19 is a nerd, by the way. He's an inventor. And then in the pharmacy, department store thing, there's 29, the Squid Game guard. Yeah. He asked for a bottle of water, but then one curious thing goes up to 19 and said, One. And 19, good thinking, my friend. It's my own robot machine. 1. And once tells 19 what the chaos going on here, and then 19's like, okay, let's go. And then 1 tells the gang that him and 19 are going to stop 7. And that's it. And now moving on to 20. 7 came back to the cave and then put 16 in it, and then goes to get all the gems, and then while 13, 14, and 15, 13 got fainted out, 17, 14, and 15 got but kill him, but then they were saved by, but 13 was saved by 7, and then they have the big fight. "21, he was okay, so there's 21. He looks like Pi from Soup's number lore, which got cancelled, by the way, and then went upside down. But anyways, 21 got hit by the car and then got ran over. Yeah, ran over. And then 1, 18, 8, 2, and 5 arrived at 7, 13, 15, 14, and 17. 15 and 17. And then they have a big fight again. Until 22 comes along and transforms with 14 and 1 and whatever, 8 maybe. And then they have the big fight, and then one of them faint. But then there's a big explosion which causes the death of two. And one's like, "One!" And then 5 goes with him, along with 19 and 22, and they have to repair 1. Fix 2. And then 15, 17, 14, and 18 is gonna stop 7, and 13. In 23 is some kind of eye monster thing, and then 7, 13 killed him, and then 12 came alive and blames 11, and like pow, and then 7 and 12 decided to team up with 13 and 17 and to kill 11, but then 14, 15, 17, and 18 beat him up again. But then 15 dies. And Ben and 13, 12 stole. 18, 17, and 14's gem. And then they go back to the cave. Meanwhile, 22, 19, 5, 1 goes to the hospital, and then 22 ran out of fuel. And then they crash. But then oh yeah, by the way, 8 is going with the one gang, 1, 2, and 3, and then they saw 8, and then 24 came to help, so she decided help her boyfriend, which is 8 by the way, and then saved everyone. Well, except for 1, because he went to the ocean and was saved by 25 and 26. Meanwhile, he found a gem, which is the period gem, which makes it smaller, and yada yada yada. Meanwhile, in the cave, 4 found himself trapped, so he decided to get himself out of here, and then the parenthesis sign comes up, and then wait, no, and the gem comes up, and then say 6 and 16, and they get out of here, but until they saw 7, 12, and 13 who were captured by who kidnapped 18, 17, and 18, and then they have a big fight. Oh, and 27 came from. Also, they found 27. Yeah, 27. Meanwhile, in 20. Meanwhile, 1, 5, 8, 24, and 19 found 1, and then 28, and was passed by 28. And then, meanwhile, in the cave, they have all the gems. Well, except for, and then they beat up 4, 6, and 16, and then they took the gem, and then 7 has them all, has a power. Yeah. And then he grows into this big monster, and then (12 and 13) and kills 12 and 13. Along with 12 and 13, they become this powerful monster thing, and then 29 goes up and see what the hell's going on, and then he saw it. He's scared. So, he beats him up. But it doesn't work. And finally, they make it to the hospital where 30 is around, and then they fix up 2, and then they go see what the hell's going on, and then they found a big monster. Yeah. So the reason why they grow this out, 7 has all the gems, is because they have this ultimate power god thing that they turn to. Along 7, 13, and 12 became this Hydra monster thing. And all this time, they're trying to kill 14 for being a traitor for their friend, for protecting them. And then they have a big fight. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wait, not 20. 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, and 29 and 30 got a big fight. And then they finally won. But then 20 shows up and tell him what. Well, most of them died. Like 27, he died. And 20 shows up and tell them why did they grow into a big monster in the first place. And then they have the happy little childhood, and then 14 and 17 were best friends. And then they check out, and then the bullies 9, 15 and 17 came up to them and then punched them and beat them up. And 7 want revenge, and 7 tells him, why you do that? And then call him a cunt. And then 9 said, frick you. Which triggers 7 to eat him, to eat 9, 7, 8, 9, and then to get 6, have 6 scared, and then all the numbers being up except for 12 and 13, because that's it. And then Seven slipped into a tar, which, by the way, 7 was originally a yellow, darkish yellow, and then got slipped into brown mud. It's not tar, it's brown, it's black mud. It's permanent paint. By the way, it's none of the above, it's permanent black paint. And then 14 was about to save 7, but 15 and 17 preventing him. So 17 ran away, got passed through 19 building 22, and 8 making out with 24. And then 12, 13 followed him. And then the crowd jams, 20 picks him up and tell others what the hell's going on with tell him what's gonna happen in the future, but couldn't do because he's so slow. He's a snail. 20 is a snail. And then the camera flashes, pans out, and then zeroes the Earth. And now the official ending. They decided to send him to, and then 30 is about to repair 7. And then 14 forgave 7, and 14 says sorry to 7, and then 7 says sorry to 14. And they live happily ever. Well, and then 1 confesses to 5, and then 17 gets prisoned along with 15's corpse. Oh, sorry. And they all live happily ever after, and my battery's going out. The end.